All right, welcome to Game 2 of the Kansas versus Nebraska Club Baseball Series. We are out here at Lincoln, Nebraska, in Nebraska Wesleyan Field. I'm Xander Lustar, joined alongside AJ Niergarter. We apologize for not having a video feed. We have a little poor field conditions here, so we won't be able to get you video today, but we will have radio call. And if you tune in tomorrow for Game 3 of the series conclusion, you will be seeing video feed. So, first game of the doubleheader today, which was about 20 minutes ago, Nebraska is able to notch 2 runs in the bottom of the 7th inning to steal the game away. AJ, what does Kansas have to do to get one on the board here?
They got to use more than just one player to score runs. Last game, Grant O'Doherty scored all 4 runs for Kansas, and it wasn't by, he's got his first hit in the 7th inning there in the top of the 7th, and where he was able to score that run. That was his first hit of the game, and he had only been able to capitalize on the mistakes of Nebraska. So they're going to need more out of their offense and better defense. They had too many errors, and errors is what cost them. It's how they lost the game. At the end, in the bottom of the 7th, they made 2 costly errors. One scored the tying run. They got lucky. The runner tripped over third base, but then the very next batter grounded into an error at shortstop, and they got walked off 5-4 in the bottom of the 7th. So it's going to be a little mixture of more offense from the entire team and then better defense because their pitching was great. Owen McGovern went 6 2/3. Obviously, didn't get the complete game because they lost, but their pitching was great. Owen McGovern, we'll see how the pitching is in Game 2 with Jacob Bittner. Possibly, we aren't entirely sure who the starting pitcher is for Kansas. We'll tell you when we know, but
we know his name is Jake.
Yeah, that's
about as much as we know so far
for that game. So that was that game. Kansas drops to 6-8. Nebraska improves their record to 11-4 on the season, and we're just getting underway. The players just took the field to warm up. Looks like it'll be Cole Madsen on mound for Huskers.
Yeah, the Huskers wearing red jerseys, white lettering and numbers, with white pants and a red stripe, while the Jayhawks wearing white pants, white jerseys, blue numbers with red outline. Actually, a really nice jersey coming from the Jayhawks, if I do say so myself. A lot of red, black, and gray undershirts as well. Blue hats for most of the outfields, while the Nebraska outfield is wearing white hats with a red and Nebraska, obviously their logo. So this is the weird thing about last game, AJ. I really felt like McGovern played a very, very strong game. The entire outfield, super strong game outside of the 3rd inning and the 7th inning, and somehow they still lost the game because the batting was really non-existent, to be honest, for Kansas. They got a few up later in the game, starting out really slow, but it was really just Grant O'Doherty who pretty much controlled the entire game for the Kansas offense. Stolen bases, I was calling him Grant Theft Auto. He was doing his thing. The rest of the team really needs to step up. They obviously have the few new hitters in for this lineup. We have Zach Mall, who we have not seen yet. He is the left fielder today. Looks like we have Adam Jordan in playing at second base. Actually, he was in the last game, but I don't believe, was Aiden Day in the last game?
He subbed in as a pinch hitter. Here's the first pitch.
And the first pitch is strike to the right side of the box from Cole Madsen, who we thought was pitching originally last game. Turns out it was not him. Second pitch. Ooh, a little check swing from Grant O'Doherty, the shortstop. Obviously, he was the one who had all of Kansas' runs last game. Now the count is 1-1 after that ball thrown from Madsen.
Yeah, so they had 2 walks there.
There's another strike towards the bottom left corner of the box on a sort of fastball there from Madsen.
Yeah, he had 2 walks, reached on an error, and then a single in the top of the 7th, and he came around to score. Good game.
And that'll be a ball hit short into the right field, takes a little hop. The first baseman, Nate Frost, is able to corral that one and get O'Doherty out. That is the first time all day O'Doherty has been out, and now we have Justin Orloff walking up to bat. He is the first baseman for Kansas, number 35, wearing a nice little red long-sleeve undershirt as well as some gloves to bat today. He's got a black bat with some cool patterns. The first pitch here, swing and a miss from Orloff. Strong fastball from Cole Madsen. The count is now 0-1.
Yeah, Orloff, big power hitter, the 2 spot.
And that ball is high above the box for ball 1.
DH the first game, playing first base and just want to switch some things around in game 2.
And Orloff with the high pitch into right field. And it's another out from the first baseman, Nate Frost, who once again makes the play that time, catching the pop fly just above first base. That is 2 quick outs for Nebraska, who are looking to get out of this inning, or out of their half of the inning, rather quickly. And up to bat for the Jayhawks, it'll be Zach Mullins, a first appearance at the plate. He'll be playing left field in this game. What do you expect to see out of the batter, AJ?
Hitting that 3 spot, you expect a lot of pop.
And the first one is a swing and a miss from Mull, so the count is quickly 0-1.
A swing like that just kind of shows it, and you need somebody like him to improve the hitting from last game.
And that ball is high out to the left side and top of the box for a quick 1-1 count. Atkins been doing a good job of staying ahead of the count so far. Strong start. You can tell he's got a fresh arm, while some of these Jayhawk bats are a little bit tired, as that second pitch there, Mull once again a swing and a miss. So the count is 1-2. Matson in control. Nobody on base for the Jayhawks. 2 outs. Top of the first. Matson the pitch. And it's fouled off just the top of his bat. So count stays at 1-2. Mull is wearing number 22 today. He is a left-handed batter. Don't see too many of those for the Jayhawks. Very right-hand dominant. So
Right-handed dominant team. It's good to see the left-handed lineup.
got to keep the pitcher honest. And it looks like we're going to take a quick batter's time here from Mull. He's got the red undershirt on as well with some white gloves. I like the black helmet he's wearing. It looks like also possibly a dark blue. Can't really see too well. I like his style. The pitch. And it's a swing and a miss. Matson manages to strike out. 1-2-3 inning for Nebraska. And KU Club Baseball will be right back for the bottom of the first inning after this short break. All right, welcome back to the KU Club Baseball Broadcasting YouTube channel. Once again, we are live from Lincoln, Nebraska at Nebraska Wesleyan Field. Nebraska and Kansas are currently tied at the bottom of the first inning. And AJ, we have a new pitcher up for the Jayhawks. It is Jake Swafley. What are you expecting to see out of him?
Yeah, right-handed hitter. It's really over the top. You know, it's gonna be tough for the batters to see it out of the hand. And that's the point. You know, that's the point of the over the top motion. So it should be a good matchup for KU.
Absolutely. The first pitch here is a ball to the left side of the field. The batter up for the Corn Huskers is Chase Savage, the left fielder, who was also the leadoff hitter last game. So, Savage, once again, looking to make a little bit of an impact. Had a solid game last time out. Got on base a few times. didn't quite make it home, I don't believe, any of his times on base though. So, looking to fix that, as that was also a ball on that pitch. The next pitch is, again, another ball. It's high and a little bit to the left. So 3-0 count. Swafford also, had the long drive up from Lawrence, Kansas today. Been sitting in the dugout or the bullpen for a little bit. Just possibly a little bit tired, a little bit sluggish. And that is a strike, his first strike of the day, to the top part of the box. Looked like we had a little slider action there from Swafford. So 3-1 is the count. And the next pitch is high, and that'll be a walk for Savage. So, AJ, not the start you were hoping for,
It's
was
not.
it?
No, you're probably right. He's been sitting for 7 innings, and so after the long 3-hour drive from Lawrence, there's a good chance that he's just kind of got to settle in a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. We saw the same thing last game from Nebraska, who I believe that was Foley. And that first pitch looks like it was a ball. So, they're going to try the pickoff action. It's not going to work. Up for the Cornhuskers to bat is Alex Imig, the shortstop, number 10, who had a solid outing, did not make it home last time out. Flew out twice, got to third base once, and got to first base once in his 4 at-bats. So, 2 for 4 on the day for him so far. Oh, and that is a wild pitch, and Savage will make it to second base.
Yeah, that was the downfall, honestly, of Kansas yesterday, or in game 1, I should say, because all the errors,
And
so,
we currently have a 2-1 count. Yeah, that's again another error. Slow start for the Jayhawks outfield. Oh, and he cracks that one into left field. It's going. Oh, and it stays in the park. Hits the back wall. One runner will score. Savage will manage to come home, while Imig will get to second base. Nice. Double. RBI double for Imig right there, AJ.
yeah, it was a great hit, and it's just he left it over the plate and crushed it to the wall. Those you can't leave over the plate like that to a hitter like Imig. So you just have to be better as a pitcher and not let those pitches follow the plate like that.
Absolutely. As Nebraska takes a 1-0 lead. The next pitch here is a ball once again. Swafford getting behind the count a lot here early on. Carter Hunt, the second baseman, is up as the third hitter. He was the third guy for Nebraska in the order as well last time. He will be again in this game. The pitch. Oh, and this is another one. Cracked, and it's caught. Oh, no, it was not. Excuse me. It was off the ground short. Took a high bounce. Caught by the second baseman, Adam Jordan there, and they'll get the out at first, while Alex Imig will get to third. So 1 out for the Jayhawks, a runner in scoring position for the Cornhuskers.
Yeah, big hop off the shallow infield there. Way to move the runner over.
And that is a ball right there. Not a bad spot from Swafford, as the Kansas dugout says, but still gets the ball call. Runner on third, he's being very careful of that. And that is a wow outside pitch, almost a wild pitch there. Charlie Marshall makes a nice grab. The count is now 2-0. Once again, we have a runner on third base in scoring position. That is Imig after his RBI double. Grant Fulner is up to bat, the designated hitter. And he sends that one to left field, and it is caught. And Imig was not in position to tag up there. Thought that one might come down, so Imig is not able to get the tag. He will stay at third base, and now the Jayhawks have a chance to escape this inning without too much more bleeding, AJ.
Yeah, that one was ripped. It just hit right at the left fielder. And so I honestly thought it was going to get down and not even have a chance to be caught. And I think so did Imig at third base, so that's why he didn't tag up. I think it might have been a close play too at home if he would have tagged up. So.
Yeah, you can see the the runner's coach was not very happy about that one, as Swafford once again starts his pitching with the ball. And this set up to bat now is fifth in the order, Justin Holdcraft, the center fielder for the Cornhuskers. The next pitch is hit by Holdcraft into left field. It's going, and it is foul. So, stays in play. No harm, no foul. Well, actually, in this case, no harm, a foul. So,
Yeah, that one was crushed and hit the wall on a fly. Didn't even bounce, but like you said, in foul territory, about 3 fence lengths to the left.
Nebraska's been coming out swinging so far, and I believe, if I'm not mistaken, the count here is 1-1. And the pitch. That one is low and another ball. So now the count is 2-1. 2 outs for the Jayhawk outfield. A runner in scoring position on third base is still Emig. Cornhusker up to bat is Justin Holdcroft.
Got a little bit of music mistakes going on over in there.
Not sure what's going on in the dugout. That might be a warning. But the pitcher Swafford finds it funny. Batter seemed to find it a little bit funny. Here we go. The pitch is high. And that will be a 3-1 count. Swafford's been getting behind the count a lot early so far in this inning. It's led to one early Nebraska run. But again, I believe, yeah, it could be a long day. Kansas was the ones to strike first last game. Nebraska didn't strike till the third inning. Oh, and this hit, is foul into the left side of the field of the Nebraska dugout. Nearly takes out the runners coach in the Nebraska dugout's letting him hear it for almost taking out their coach. Although that is why you wear helmets. Seems like he was good. Wasn't really in his area, but
he's got the helmet on over third base.
Nonetheless, the dugout's going to let him hear it, AJ, you know. The pitch, 3-2 count, is high. That'll be a walk. And Holdcraft gets to first base. Next up in the order, 6th guy in the order they made it through in his first inning, AJ. It is Tristan Kingery, the third baseman.
Yeah, Kingery behind the plate last game. Now the third baseman. A good pop in the order. See if he can drive home a run. It's only 90 feet away.
Had some solid play in the outfield last game outside of the one off pitch that allowed Midori to score. And this one he's going to hit straight back into the fence for a foul ball. 0-1 count. I believe this may be the first time Swafford has started out with a strike, even though it wasn't one that was necessarily pitched by him that time. But nonetheless, got to be a little bit of a confidence booster for Swafford to start ahead of the count. Oh, and that one is nearly a wild pitch. Marshall able to contain it. Done a good job of that so far. Potential for wild pitches multiple times today. Marshall's done a great job at the catcher spot across both games.
Yeah, he's definitely saved quite a few runs. Kept the game close last game. Obviously still could pull it away. But it's definitely, I mean, he just saved another run there. So he keeps doing that, though. Might be another close one.
Oh, and a runner is looking to steal second, and he easily will. It is Justin Holdcraft who timed that very well. And I believe that was one. The count is 1-2. That was a strike called. Sorry, I was a little distracted by the runner stealing second base there. And now runners on second and third. And that ball is popped straight up and backwards. Nearly clears the fence behind us. But the cars in the parking lot are safe today. It is still a 1-2 count. Runners on second and third base.
Yeah, it was a great jump earlier. 2 pitches ago, it was just a great jump.
That ball is low. It is a 2-2 count. Again, Nebraska in scoring position with those runners on second and third base. And they have a chance to add to their lead here if they can manage a hit. But 2 outs at the same time for the Jayhawk outfield. And that ball is wide. It is a full count. AJ, tell me, what are you seeing right here?
It's just Stafford needs to get back in the zone. He's been wild this entire inning. And Jayhawk defense needs to make a play for him.
Ooh, and that ball is cracked into left field. It is caught by the left fielder, Zach Mall. Not Eli Greenfield. Eli Greenfield is the center fielder. Zach Mall, the left fielder, makes a nice outstretched catch to escape the inning with just a little bit of damage done. Nebraska leads 1-0. AJ, how'd you feel about the Jayhawks that inning?
You know, it limited damage there. Had 2 runners 90 feet away and 180 feet away to a run, so it's a good way to limit the damage, but still have to get back in the zone, as Swafford does, to keep them in this game.
Yeah, absolutely. Hopefully Swafford can deliver the ball a little bit more on target, just like Matthew Stafford can. But for now, we'll send you to break. We'll be back with the top of the second inning here on the KU Club Baseball YouTube. All right, we are back at the top of the second inning. Kansas Jayhawks once again up to bat, down 1-0 currently in Game 2 of their series versus the Nebraska Corn Huskers. Up to bat for the Jayhawks is Alex Relian, the right fielder. Still pitching for the Cornhuskers is Cole Madsen. And first two pitches so far here, we got a 1-1 count. First one was a ball. The second one was a nice strike put in by Madsen. So Jayhawks last time went 1-2-3. Nobody got on base. They're looking to change that as that pitch goes high as well.
Yeah, Madsen, just like it's a two-man machine here for Nebraska. Madsen, and like we saw last game, Fulmer just absolutely mowed down batters all season and just been able to dominate. And it looks like they've been doing it today.
Absolutely. Nebraska, if you're Nebraska, you're a little frustrated because you left two runners in scoring position on second base. Ooh, and that goes straight off the umpire's mask, I believe, on the foul ball there. Now we have a full count at 3-2. That looks painful, but it's a good thing we wear protection, AJ.
That's true. That's what you wear the gear for. So,
yeah, absolutely.
That's what it's there for.
Protection is so key for safety, especially when it comes to the umpire's masks. And full count, the pitch, and that is a ball. No, it is a strike. Excuse me. That is a strikeout from Madsen. The second strikeout in a row. Alex Relian strikes out. Looking. And now Eli Greenfield, the center fielder, will be up. He had some solid success last time despite not scoring. Some solid success in both the batters and outfield range. Oh, it looked like he was showing bunt there. Does not end up going with it. It is a ball from Madsen. And now his second pitch of this at bat. Oh, and that is a strike. Nice little change of action there from Madsen. Greenfield swings and misses. It is a 1-1 count. Again, the Nebraska Cornhuskers wearing red jerseys, white fonts, white pants, red stripe. The pitch is low, and that'll be another ball. 2-1 count. Now for Eli Greenfield, who is a pretty important player for this KU Club baseball team, AJ.
Yeah, for sure.
That third pitch also a ball. So 3-1 count.
Yeah, their center fielder really is a defensive weapon out there. It's been a tough field to play on today, but he's been good all season.
And he's going to bunt. Madsen makes a good play with his bare hands, and he gets the out at first. Nice play from Madsen there to come make the play with his bare hands. Did not need his glove for that one. And gets the out at first.
Yeah, great play by the pitcher Madsen to make the barehanded play and make a good throw. You know, a bunt to his right, and then makes the play.
And next up to bat for the Jayhawks in the order is the sixth man in the order, Adam Jordan, who is the second baseman for the Kansas outfield. That first pitch was a strike. 0-1 is the count. That ball goes high. So it's a 1-1 count. Again, with the potential, if Jordan does not get on base here, could be another potential 1-2-3 inning for the Nebraska outfield. Madsen with a pretty strong start to the day with 2 strikeouts, and obviously had that nice bare hand to first base ground ball out there. So great inning so far for him, as the count is now 2-1 after that last ball. And that one is wide to the left, nearly hits the batter. Adam Jordan wears number 1, hoping to get a number 1 single, possibly, to get on first base. A lot of ones there. Swing and a miss from Jordan. Full count, AJ. Another dire situation for Kansas batters.
Yeah, full count, 2 outs. If there's runners on, they'd be running, but there are none, so it's a base hit or ball 4 that Jordan is looking for here, so we'll see what happens.
Some room to play if you're Madsen. The pitch is a strikeout. It looks like Jordan thought that was going to be a walk. Oh, he is not happy. He just threw his glove to the side. Oh, and the Nebraska Cornhuskers were chirping him. They called him angry, AJ. What would you do if someone chirped you like that?
I'm not sure. But, yeah, great pitching from Madsen there. A little wild, but he was able to rally it in all 3 times.
All right, we will be back at the bottom of the second inning where the Nebraska Cornhuskers will be up once again to bat. You're watching the KU Club Baseball YouTube broadcasting channel. All right, welcome back to the bottom of the second inning with the KU Club Baseball Broadcasting Channel. We are out here in Lincoln, Nebraska. I'm Xander Luswell, joined by AJ Niergarter at Nebraska Wesleyan Field. Nebraska holds a 1-0 lead. We just saw the first pitch go down. It was a ball to the right side. Teddy Reston, the catcher, is up to bat. That second pitch, also a ball. Now, Jake Swafford had a little bit of a rough start. AJ, what does he need to correct in this inning?
He's just got to get in the zone more early and more often. He's in wild, as I say that. He nails in the strike, but he's got to be more in the zone consistently. You know, wild innings like last inning, you're not always going to escape with only one run allowed, so he's got to be more cognizant of that.
Absolutely. Oh, and that ball is fouled straight back, and if our camera was up there, it would have gone straight for it. So it's a good thing maybe we've done a video for you. So, you know what? We got a 2-2 count. Swafford finally gets slightly ahead of it. And that is a swing and a miss for Reston. And that is Swafford's first K of the day.
That's a good way to mix up the timing against Preston for Swafford, but nonetheless, it's 1 out, and that's how you want to start the inning. Last inning, a little catastrophic inning like the last one.
Absolutely. Definitely a little bit of a rocky start for Swafford, but he's looking to get it back here. Next up to bat is Nate Frost, the first baseman, who grabbed 2 outs in that first inning for the Nebraska outfield, and he hits it straight into right field, and the catch is made in the outfield by Alex Relian. And that is a quick 2 outs for the Jayhawks in this inning.
Yeah, complete opposite of last inning. It took a while, a lot of hits, hard hits, a lot of base runners, but this time, a quick strikeout and a quick one-pitch fly out to right field, and a great play by Relian. Right.
Always great, too, because you want to save some pitches, and that ball is fouled straight back here, and that is Isaiah Holmes, the right fielder, who is up to bat. Again, he is wearing number 5 for the Nebraska Cornhuskers. 0-1 is the count. 2 outs on the board for the Kansas Jayhawks. The pitch. Low into the right, and the count is now 1-1. A lot of 1s on this board outside of the 2s, 1-1 is the count. 1 for Nebraska. A lot of low numbers today, AJ. We saw it in the last game, too. And that ball is hit straight into the shallow left field. Holmes will take first base. The shortstop could not quite make the play. That was Grant O'Doherty, who, like we said, scored all the runs for Kansas so far across both games because they don't have a run yet, and not quite able to make that play. Also had a rough ending to the last game where he was not able to make the play, and the winning run was scored for the Cornhuskers in the bottom of the 7th. Now up to bat, we're back at the top of the order for the Cornhuskers. It is Chase Savage, and a quick pickoff attempt there almost goes wrong. Okay for now.
Yeah, I want to go back to that last hit from Holmes, standing at first base now. It's a great piece of 2-out hitting. And
when that one is cracked into right field, no, it's not. I don't know where it went, actually.
Second base.
Second base. I couldn't quite see it, so I got a giant pole obstructing my view. So that is going to be a quick out at first base, and that will close the inning out for the Jayhawks. Holmes looked like he had a potential to make something happen there. Didn't quite do it. AJ, go ahead and finish what you were saying.
Yeah, it was great 2-out hitting from Holmes. Obviously, it doesn't matter now, but that's what Nebraska's going to have to do to claim this series with a win today. They're going to have to keep hitting the 2 outs and keep doing what they're doing.
All right, that is it for the second inning. We will be back at the top of the third where the Kansas Jayhawks will be up to bat once again. You are watching the KU Club Baseball Broadcasting YouTube channel. All right, and we are quickly back at the top of the third inning. The Kansas Jayhawks are up to bat. It is the 7th man in the order, 8 of the day. The third baseman, what's still pitching for the Cornhuskers, is Cole Madsen, who has had 3 strikeouts on 6 attempts so far. That first pitch from Madsen is a little bit low into the left, dropped out of the catcher's mitt. Catcher for the Nebraska Cornhuskers is Teddy Presson, who struck out last inning. So, Aiden Day, I believe he was a pinch runner last game for the Jayhawks.
That's correct. He did come in the pinch run in a crucial situation, and went to third base for defensive substitution.
As that last pitch was a strike, and that one is once again low, this time to the right, and it will be a 2-1 count. Madsen looks to be slightly letting those ones get away, but he does a good job of battling back even when the count gets away from him. That one again is low and to the right, so it's a 3-1 count. Shout out LeBron James.
Yeah, he's been in the situation, I feel like, almost 4 times already.
I feel like, yeah, this is like just deja vu, man.
And then he fights back. Let's see what he does here.
This pitch, it is hit by Day, and it is fouled high and to the right. It's the net near us in the back. It will be now a full count for Aiden Day, 3-2. Yeah, this might be his first at-bat. I don't believe he took any at-bats last game, if I'm not mistaken, after subbing in as a pinch runner. And that one will be grounded to the second baseman, and the play is made at first, although slightly off-target throw. Doesn't matter. The first baseman, Nate Frost, able to make the grab off the second baseman, Carter Hunt's toss. So, one quick out for the Nebraska Cornhuskers. AJ, we're just kind of seeing the same story over and over again, I feel like.
Yeah, Madsen's really just mowing down these Jayhawks, but he is getting himself in a lot of full counts, which might haunt him later down the road.
Ooh, and that next batter up was Jacob Bittner, the designated hitter who just got hit by a pitch, a little off target by Madsen there. That is the first guy to take a base for Kansas, and yes, it is. He is hit by a pitch, takes first base. So, yes, you've got to find a way to get on base somehow, right?
Yeah, it's smart to just take that pitch and you take your base, because you might not get too many base runners the way this one moves. So, see if he's trying to manufacture some runs.
And this pitch here is, that was a heater of a pitch from Madsen, and that will be a ball. Up to bat for the Jayhawks is the catcher, Charlie Marshall, who didn't have a great time in the last game at bat. Strong performance as a catcher, though.
Yeah, saved a lot of runs defensively,
and that one,
not the offensive day.
That one was a strike on that last pitch from Madsen. He is throwing some heat right now towards these Jayhawks. And Charlie Marshall swings and misses on that one. It is a 1-2 count. Madsen right where he wants to be now. Marshall, on the other hand, once again, getting in the background. He is in uniquely low stance, AJ, so what kind of benefit does that bring to him?
Yeah, it balances him out a little bit more. That's kind of his thing, and helps him see the pitch better from his view.
That last pitch was a little off target to the right, dropped by the catcher, but luckily for the Jayhawks, Teddy Presson was able to recover it before Jacob Bittner could take base. So, 2-2 is the count. 1 out for the Cornhuskers. Madsen the pitch. Oh, and that one's a wild pitch. That one gets away from the catcher. It is low and away, and Bittner will take second base on probably the easiest stolen base he will ever have.
Yeah, it's good to dance on a wild pitch and taking, kind of like we said earlier, manufacturing the runs that they can when they're not going to be able to, produce too much at slate.
Still capitalizing well off for Cornhusker mistakes as the pitch, and that is a ball 4. The Cornhuskers wanted a check swing there. They're not going to get it. Charlie Marshall takes first base on ball 4. And as we've been talking about, find a way to get on base. You got to capitalize off mistakes, and that is what they are doing early on. And they still don't have a hit, but whatever it takes to get on base, right?
Yeah, runners on first and second here. It's a good chance for the Jayhawks to get runners in motion and in scoring position.
As Grant O'Doherty, who is up to bat for the Jayhawks, we are back at the top of the order, and that ball is fouled to the left near the Nebraska dugout. O'Doherty suffered his first out of the entire day so far in this doubleheader at his last at-bat to open the game. Looking to fix that this time around, possibly driving some runs. You got guys on first and second, and that one is going to be another strike. So 0-2 count. This is the ideal spot to be if you're a pitcher, and about your biggest nightmare as a batter outside of embarrassing yourself in front of everybody. So we'll see right here what Matt's got. He's staring down Bittner, and that pitch is high. So we got a 1-2 count here. He is potentially looking to pick off Jacob Bittner, who sits leading off of second base. The Nebraska Cornhuskers second baseman Carter Hunt is in position to make that tag off, as that pitch is swung and missed by Grant O'Doherty. That is now 2 outs for the Cornhuskers, and that is unfortunate for the Jayhawks. When you have a scoring position like that, you face a strikeout. And all of a sudden, the Cornhuskers a chance to escape the inning without any damage, AJ.
Yeah, the tough strikeout there with other second bases were pitching, so you just want to capitalize on what you have. It's not the Jayhawks so far.
Notably, 4 strikeouts for Madsen, as that pitch is going to be a little bit to the left. Catcher corrals it, so we got a 1-0 count early here. Up to bat for the Jayhawks is first baseman Justin Orloff. Last time at bat, popped towards the first baseman, and just needs a better performance right here. They want to score, obviously. And that one is a nice pitch to the left side of the box, and that will be a strike. 1-1 count. AJ, what are you expecting to see here from Orloff? Kind of where do you expect him, assuming he doesn't swing for the fences, where should he be heading towards?
Kind of the same thing. As O'Doherty's looking to get something in the outfield, score 1, and possibly try to score 2.
Oh, and there's the crack of his bat, and it goes down the left foul line and just barely goes foul. So a Cornhusker will run out to grab the ball.
Just inside, or just outside the foul line, foul, says the home plate umpire. So just missed what probably would have been an RBI single, as it died a little bit in the grass. So I'm not sure if we gotten too much more than just the tying run, but nonetheless, that would have been a good hit. But here we are, it's just a strike.
And it's a 1-2 count. Madsen a chance to grab his 5th strikeout of the day. Oh, and it is a drop. It is a strike. It is dropped at by the catcher, so they will grab the easy out at first. The Cornhuskers come out of the inning unscathed once again. 3 straight innings, 0 runs given up. The Cornhuskers will be batting in the bottom of the 3rd inning when we come back on the KU Club Baseball Broadcasting Channel. Welcome back to the KU Club Baseball Broadcasting YouTube channel. We are live at the bottom of the 3rd inning. And AJ, so far, not so good for the Jayhawks. What do you think? What do you think they need to do to fix this?
They just gotta, they gotta get the bats hot. They're looking pretty asleep. It's the 2nd game, but they're looking like they just woke up and are tardy on every swing. It just kind of seems like they need to wake up.
And I'd like to apologize in advance because there's a good chance we will run into technical difficulties for the thousands of you watching at home, and we apologize. We know we're your sole source of club baseball broadcasting. And that first pitch from Swafford, who's had an up and down day, is a ball. Up to bat for the Cornhuskers is Alex Imig, the shortstop. Last time up, drove home an RBI double to deep left center ball that bounced off the back wall, didn't quite make it over. As that second pitch is a strike from Swafford. AJ, the call is yours for a second. What do you want to say?
Well, it's just a foul ball. When it looked like it got right off his foot there. I think he should be okay.
Oh, it's painful.
Yeah, it's just kind of the Jayhawks need to get something going.
Really, they do.
And it's looking all in Nebraska's favor, but they're only up by 1 run. The Jayhawks are making it feel like they're down by more than just one.
This is true. They were just only able to drive home one single last game, which was immediately followed up by a ground out towards the second baseman. As now we have a 2-2 count after that foul ball and that last ball pitched. And that is a swing and a miss from Alex Imig, the shortstop. That is a strikeout for Jake Swafford, his second of the day. Imig not able to repeat his run driving and performance from last time. And Carter Hunt, the second baseman, up to bat for the Cornhuskers.
Yeah, lefty versus righty matchup. Hunt seems to have the advantage here if you look at the metrics, but we'll see.
Oh, and that is hit into first base. See, somebody comes and makes the play. Someone does.
Great coverage there. But
Can't see who it was.
Madsen. And, Madsen that's a great play by the pitcher to go over and cover the base when Orloff makes the great play at first, a diving play to his right. And Madsen comes over, receives a swap, Swafford comes over and makes the play, covering the base.
Yeah, a little ground ball towards the first baseman, and the first baseman, Orloff, able to make the grab. Swafford comes in and covers him, and that was a high pitch there from Swafford as we get a 1-0 count. As next up to bat is Zach Mall, the left fielder. As that pitch, I believe, is also a ball there, so it looks like a 2-0 count. Sorry. All right, we have Grant Fulmer up, the designated hitter. Excuse me, looking at the wrong sheet. Was confusing myself there. And that's kind of what you get when you come to KU Club Baseball Broadcasting. You get Goose, you get great commentary, you get everything. What is there if there's not mistakes? Because without mistakes, you can't have perfection. So 3-0 count is the count for Swafford. Seen this situation a couple times as well. We'll see if Fulmer makes play, and nope, we'll just get a walk right there, straight 4-0 count. What do you think about that, AJ?
2-out walk is something you never want to do as a pitcher. It's always, there's a good chance they'll come around to score because you give them a free out. Or you take away a free out. It just seems like the lull in this game, too, from the Jayhawks is immense. So you really want to capitalize on something like that.
That first pitch from Swafford is low and another ball. Make that 5 straight balls for Swafford. As the next guy up to bat in the order for the Nebraska Cornhuskers is Justin Holdcraft, the center fielder, 5th in the order. Last time up, he was walked and managed to make it to second base. This time he will strike. Oh, not quite fair. That one goes foul towards the Nebraska dugout. Now the runners coach is picking grass. I'm not really sure what's going on there. He's kind of just having a good old jolly time. He sort of reminds me, the way he looks with his beard, of Ashton Timms.
Friend of the program, Ashton.
Shout out Ashton Timmis. I know that thousands of you watching obviously know Ashton Timmis. She is very, very, very popular in America.
Yeah.
As that ball also was a ball. So it will be a 2-1 count here for Swafford. Oh, when he almost hits him. The steal attempt is safe. So Grant Fulmer, the designated hitter, able to steal towards second. And all of a sudden, you have a run in scoring position, and that's why you don't walk him, AJ.
2-out walk, never way to go.
And 3-1 is the count here for Holdcraft, the pitch. Oh, and that ball is hit high towards left foul. It will go out of play. And it does not appear any cars will be damaged in the process. Always love to see that. Never want anybody's car to get damaged. Those things are so expensive nowadays. AJ, tell them about a little bit about what's going on with your dashboard.
Oh yeah, I do have a little bit of a crack problem when I bought the car, and had a little bit of a crack on the windshield, or not the windshield, the stereo area screen. And with the cold weather we had over the winter, it's grown a little bit. But
The full count, and he hits it up and away over us. It is into the grass. Not exactly sure where that landed, but it went behind us. That's all I know. So, there's another foul ball from Holdcraft. Make that his third foul ball. We haven't actually seen a pitch strike from Holdcraft yet. It's all been foul balls for him. So, at this rate, he's pretty much good to go until we see a hit from him. At least. Whether that hit will be an out or a base, I guess, remains to be seen. I guess those are the only two options, right?
we'll see. Yeah, we will see.
All right. What's the pitch prediction here, AJ?
I think he's going to try to just get in zone with the fastball and not try to walk into the batter here in center.
All right, zone with the fastball. Let's see if AJ was right. The pitch is connected by Holdcraft, who hits it into left field. And he'll get safely to first, while Grant Fulmer makes it safely to third. All of a sudden, runners on first and third. Another scoring position for the Nebraska Cornhuskers.
Yeah, 2-out knock there, advances. Running from second to third, now you got runners on the corners. And it's really the Jayhawks are just kind of rolling along here in the bottom of the third. It's just going to be a long game if they keep playing like this.
Yeah, you can't afford to go down too much, especially with the offensive struggles they've had all day. I don't know if it's the 3-hour drive to Lincoln that caused it. I don't know what it was, but we were here before pretty much any of them, so maybe you got to start out early like me and AJ do. The pitch is high and away, and that'll be a 1-0 count. Up next to bat in the order for the Jayhawks, it's Tristan Kingery. So he is the one who ended the first inning, the last batter up, after he flew out to left field. We'll see what happens this time. The pitch. That is a nice strike down the middle. Love to see more of that from Swafford today. AJ, what about you?
Yeah, but he needs to do that a little bit more, but also he's got to mix up his timing a little bit. Runner took second base there.
Oh, yeah. Oh, and this one is popped fly. It looks like it's going to be another fly into left field. He will catch it. That will end the inning. His second straight fly into left field. So the Jayhawks escape despite some dangerous situations with runners on second and third right there. They will get out of the inning unscathed. And we will be back after a short break with the top of the fourth inning. Your Kansas Jayhawks up to bat. You are watching KU Club Baseball YouTube broadcasting.
Getting ahead.
I believe. Oh, and I'm out of here. And we've gotten. No. Never. Ooh, we're strikeouts. Never. Ooh, we're strikeouts.
Defensive one.
Still. Teddy Purr. Nice fastball. I don't
In the first.
hot in that right there is two. Two. He could have had that
He's
one.
got his numbers.
But if you envision coach not as that ball in the amount of time left,
A lot of one run.
and some nice ball. Looked like have you ever won? He's one of the most frustrating. That's the first inning you are watching.
Did do the same thing.
The baseman had that ball. Looks like the catcher calling time is back. Pitch. Catcher calling time is back. Pitch. It's working out for me. pitch. It's working out for me. Oh, and
Ball in the middle.
less
Like that.
hits. Box.
The batter.
And like this. We're
Where it seems
in 5 years. So see if the Nebraska YouTube broadcast of the fifth inning of Nebraska here in Lincoln. That is a double. That is his second. That is a double. That is his second. AJ. Batter up for the no hits yet.
yeah, I can
Continues that baseman
a little bit too early.
as a continues that baseman
A little bit too early.
as a
Pitch, they were down.
and
Pitch, they were down.
and Jayhawks might be able to see or
A little bit over. So
baseball for that. We were on the field right. At least that will be when it's hit. Confidence. That will be when it's hit. Confidence.
good.
Not for 4 extra. As far as he runs over.
There you go.
So, a couple of ranges. If he back goes, we're back to back. And his AJ will blame it on us. So next at bat pitch is
A little bit, but
left center. Actually, you'd hate to see.
an out.
Very impressive. Something. You're a car. Oh, it's a 1-0 wide. Ever does in the outfield. 1-2 is second straight time.
Tiger that gets
Mall. They second straight time.
Tiger that gets
Mall. Base.
home.
Hopefully we don't
Motion and repertoire. Quick out screen wall. Repertoire. Quick out screen wall.
pressing the kid to come alive. Oh, another from no foul because at risk of strike. They're easy grab. The Jayhawks base hit a single. Where base that one, but interesting. But you know, he's like yeah, makes sense.
Got way out.
Hit like why did
Tired goal of the pitcher. What's going on?
that in today? Not really.
Here, outward.
First inning. Cool.
Or maybe as a rip they don't like.
By the slippery up. The scoring position. You know, Green has a lap.
Just pitching.
It's an error in the other way home. Shortstop, he knows. Yeah,
RBI.
not exactly. He could be a playmaker for, which is kind of
Both these runners pitch.
ball.
Field just forward. You
Is out of here. The J one. They're gonna throw home as hold crowd.
ugly for at least 7.
They're gonna throw home as hold crowd.
Ugly for at least 7.
They're in trouble.
Ugly for at least 7.
They're in trouble. All right.
Field.
But this time he catches the ball. Putting Nebraska club baseball. But Charlie, last time with Alex Riley and brutal drop goes that one. Couple of pitches.
A little bit. Let's see.
You hit the
A little bit. Let's see.
You hit the ball when he hits.
Yeah.
Oh, but it's had another double. Unfortunate mistake. Base is fouled. Whatsoever on base. Adam Jordan. And they may have fouled. Whatsoever on base. Adam Jordan. And they may have going on here.
A little bit.
Swing it. That one's gonna have that made. Put one on the board. Ooh, I'm a fan. Oh, nearly takes out the take third. Ooh, I'm a fan. Oh, nearly takes out the take third first base. On the 9th, would have been a with the chance to play frustrated. You are
After match, he needed to play.
defended well in the inning. Look at that. Reach A, but